Minister, we've had an engagement before in relation to this, and I don't want to just put on the record, the scheme in Galway hasn't been prevented because of objections or bureaucracy. That's the first thing. The second thing is the catchment flood risk assessment and management was the biggest flood risk assessment, and it affected 2/3 of the population. It was a brilliant piece of work. Unfortunately, when the consultants were appointed, that was completed in 18. When the consultants were eventually appointed in 2020, they came back with a report that identified that the scale of the flood risk in Galway is much greater than that identified by the CFRAM study. So we were in trouble from day one because the study was based on outdated information in relation to the scale of the change and the rapidity of the change with climate change. So fast forward then to what's proposed in Galway, and just for the record in relation to Clifton as well, that has been mentioned already, and I won't use my time to repeat it. We need those reports urgently in relation to Clifton and the Oranmore to Kinvara that was greatly affected by the last storm and flooding. So if we go back then to the Claddagh, and the particular parochial interest, I live there, but it was supposed to be a scheme for 312 properties, then it became 940 properties. I have no problem with that, but from day on it was obvious. So the scheme sort of moved forward and went backwards. So let me just tell you that in the last reply, not the last reply, but the reply before that, this is what happened, just for the record. As regards the increased work, Galway Council engaged with consultants to reprogram the scheme. So reprogram. This had been agreed in principle with the steering group, revised dates. Submission of planning was to be September 23, then it was to be July 25, and then it went forward to July 27, subject to the revised programme being agreed. Then we go up to the construction was to be October 25, and then it's 29, and now it's March 31, and the planning itself was September 23, then 25, and then 27. So in the little time I have, you can see the frustration in relation to this, all because the size of the project was never anticipated from the beginning, and they were working on the wrong figures and the wrong data. So here we are. So my question is from the last, I have lots of questions, but my last one, in the most recent question that I put in February of this year, I was told there will be an opportunity for the public to view and comment on the design options currently scheduled to take place in June 25. Perhaps you could tell me in your summing up, and I'll be watching from my office, are we on target for that one specific timeline, or are we going to miss that as well? Thank you very much.
Thank you, Deputy.